everybody, welcome. We are back. Yep. All right. So, we are back live with the broadcast. Trucks here at Dover. Now, something that you probably didn't notice, but I'm going to mention it anyway. It no longer says Rookie Trucks. It just says HVRL Truck Series. For those of you that are involved in the league, you will know that our participation for Trucks A has not been the greatest. So we have made the executive decision to close down our A Truck Series, and Rookie Trucks will now just be our Truck Series. And we've got a couple other changes that we're making. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But nonetheless, I'm excited for what we have planned over here. Again, those of you that are in the Discord, you already know. I will post a link to that here shortly, and I'll show everybody the image. But nonetheless, myself and William Kern up here in the booth tonight, as per usual.
Yes, sir. Here for this awesome rookie, or should I say trucks, just trucks, at the old Monster Mile, man.
Yeah, going to be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, interesting. I like. Hopefully not boring and repetitive with yellows, but yes. I mean, you got a lot of trucks out there tonight. I haven't quite made the count yet, but
33.
There you go, 33 trucks. That's a lot of trucks for Dover. Not much room here at all. No place to escape a wreck. Most wrecks are going to happen off from 2 and 4. And again, there's no infield here. It's all wall. So if you're wrecking, you're probably getting a wall one way or another. So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. These difference though is this truck series does come equipped with a fast repair. Our upper series does not, but the truck series will. Man, I'm fighting really hard to not say rookie truck still. But nonetheless, yeah, these guys are lucky on that sense that they do have a fast repair. So if they do get into a little bit of trouble tonight, they do get one get out of jail free card. So that's good for them.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that 70% of the drivers out there tonight is going to end up using it. Again, somebody ends up wrecking here. It's more than likely not going to be just a single car spin. This is going to be guy wrecks and he's taking at least 5 or 6 guys with him. So hopefully everybody out there gives enough space to each other. You know, a lot of respect needed, a lot of give and take, lot less take, more give. But it should be a fun one if we can get some good green flag laps here. It is kind of cool with track temp too. Concrete track, this thing is going to chew up tires, but with the cooler track temp, I think it'll level itself out pretty good. So.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, as the weeks go on, I mean, they are getting better, driving around each other, or just getting better in general. So I have faith in our guys. I'm confident that they can manage to get around this track 140 times without too many issues. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens here. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't know that most of these guys are on track here. I'm sure some guys are just looking forward to getting it over with. And I understand that at times. But nonetheless, I mean, 2 minutes left in practice. We got some pretty close times up front. Bobby Grady has the fastest lap in practice with a 22.5. Sean Wilder and Travis George are just behind them at 0.05 of a second off. So pretty close. And then another 0.5 tenth to Randy Post and Dustin Bloodworth. So those top 5 are pretty close in time. And as I say that, Zachary Tyler makes his way up there too. So what time were you able to get, or do we even want to share that information here on these track conditions?
I was actually right below. That was only with 2 laps or whatever out there, but 5.32 is where I was at. Gotcha. I'm pretty sure I could have pushed it a little harder, but I just wanted to see what I could do after with 2 laps or whatever. This is we ran this on Trucks A. It was a lot slicker, so as soon as I got out there lap 1, I knew it was going to be a lot cooler, a lot more stick to it, so I pushed it a little harder than what I normally would on a hotter track temp. But there's definitely going to be a lot of speed out there tonight. It's hurting my feelings, man. I just want to jump in a truck and get out there and race with these guys, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, you really didn't get a chance to do that on Friday night, unfortunately. The night was ended pretty early, which is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
unfortunately, yep. I loved over too. That really hurt. I wish I had a faster pair for sure, but we weren't giving them in Chuck's A, so yeah, it sucked for sure. But I don't know, man. It's just something about this track that I've always liked, and I got it down pretty good. And it's gonna be fun seeing how these guys can handle it. I gave my brother a little bit of pointers here and there. He's got a different wheel than I do, so he's been struggling with it, but hopefully he can get a good time out there, good finish and everything, and hopefully he takes my heat of warning and kind of stays towards the back, because like I said, there's going to be some wrecks out there, and he could probably gain some positions real easy at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, this is a track that you can do pretty well if you just be there at the end. I mean, I know the size of the field wasn't too crazy, but you know, we started with 10 trucks on Friday and ended with 5. I mean, that's literally 50% of the field. I mean, again, of course, mind you, those numbers are a lot smaller than here, but the principle stays the same. Keep the nose clean, or really just keep the truck as clean as possible, and you may end up with a top 10 or a top 15, which a top 15 in a league of 34 guys is not bad at all. All right, qualifying set to begin here, though. Let's see if anybody hops on track here. Looks like David Mitchell, 13, is one of the first cars to make his way out there. We'll hop on board with David and see what he has in qualifying. Now, what I like doing here at Dover for qualifying is take it very easy on your out lap, kick it up a little bit on your first lap, but in the 3 and 4, I really like to get high into the corner and then make a hard dive down to the left and try to get a straight exit to get a best of the run as you can on the front stretch and try to, you can gain an extra, like almost an extra 10th by doing that. We'll see what happens here with David Meacham. I'm also curious to see what Sean Wilder and Sean Happett can do. They were able to race the session here on Friday night. And the other truck series that we had, track conditions a little bit different, but see if that extra seat time pays dividends here.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Like I said, I did the Friday night race, and this track feels way different compared to that, so they should actually love this track conditions compared.
Have Bobby Grady with the fastest lap here. Let's see if he can improve that time here on lap number 2.
He did.
I don't know if he had a better lap, but he stays up top at least.
Yeah, he's at 488.
And Mike Kufel makes his way up to the 3rd place spot. Sean Happik in 5th. Not too far off. 2 tenths off, which isn't terrible. Chris Ryan makes his way into P7 for now. He gets bumped down 1 spot. Dustin Bloodworth takes P5 away for now. Chris Waniger behind his teammate, P3 now. Well, Mike in P3. Chris goes to P4. Let's hop on board with Randy Cornwell. I think his qualifying laps are over. About half the field has some qualifying times out there. Ben Thomas out there finishing up his run. Was scored in 16th, but bumps his way up to P9 with that run. looking to get his first lap underway. So it looks like Kyle Rogers actually did not set a time. 30 seconds left here in qualifying, so I think that'll probably do it for qualifiers. We do have, I guess I forgot to mention, another IPL kind of thing going on here, so there are a few drivers that are barred from qualifying, and that may be where some of the lack of qualifying participation comes in at. All right, so we are going to do what we always do here. Give these guys a brief driver's meeting before we get this race underway. And we will see you all back here in just a few moments. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting this driver meeting wrapped up here. Again, a couple penalties and stuff to go over for these drivers, so we're getting that taken care of now. But we'll go ahead and give you all the starting grid for tonight's race here. Starting in P number 1, we've got the number 1 of Bobby Grady. He's made his way up towards the front, had a late surge here, so props to him. Starting on his outside, a name that we haven't really talked about too much here in this series, but the number 00 of Ryan Seabolt makes his appearance there on the front row. Starting in P3, we've got the number 9 of Mike Kufel with a teammate, Chris Weiniger, and co-worker starting on his outside in row number 2. Row number 3, we've got the number 7 of Bryce Tucker on his outside. We've got the 4 of Dustin Bloodworth. Scared me that my screen went black there. Starting in P7, we've got number 52 of Sean Happick with David Meacham on his outside. And in P9, we've got the number 6 of Ben Thomas with Corey Moore starting on his outside in row number 5. Starting in P11, we've got the number 97 of Brett Pritchard with Kenan Cook on his outside and the number 34. Patrick Camburn going to be just behind them in the number 84 here with Christian Noble going to be on his outside. Daniel Quinn, Randy Post in row number 8, followed by Brad Dorr and Randy Cornwell. Cornwell, our most winningest driver. Nice English there, but the winningest driver that we have so far in the truck series with 2 wins, so we'll see if anybody can capitalize on that. Clint Hackett in the number 28 Regulator Racing truck here, going to be in P19 with Zachary Tyler rounding out row number 10 on his outside. Sean Wilder and Parker Weekly going to be in row number 11, followed by Trey Young and Matthew Chase. Jason Arbol in the number 86 with KNW teammate. So Travis George, I don't know if he elected to not qualify, but he's starting a little bit further back than we usually are used to seeing him. Just behind him, we've got the number 14 of Kean Fry with John Shields on his outside, followed by Samuel Moser, Michael Cole, Michael Mangus, and Aaron Creighton rounding out that row. And then rounding up our last row of the night, we've got Christopher Dyke and Kyle Rogers. Kern, are we all set to get the grid going?
Yeah, go ahead and send it, Bryce. Actually, I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. You're good. I've already done the starting lineup, so we're all set and ready to go. See these guys leaving the road again. 34 drivers going to be on track tonight. Off on the pace car, of course. We're going to be coming to our first green flag run of the night. Number 1 of Bobby Grady making another appearance here on pole. I believe this is his second of the season. The last time he started pole, however, took a restart violation on the initial start, so he's looking to break that curse here at Dover. See if he gets a good run here and gets a good restart. That he does. Green flag out in the air here at Dover. Bobby Grady looking to run away. Ryan Seabolt on his outside. Drivers fanning out behind him. And these trucks are slowing down, so looks like we may have a caution on track here already. Saw something, but I didn't know if it was a bit of a glitch or not, so... Yeah, just a check up on the restart. Throttled up a little bit too early. Got into the back of the 16 of Travis George and the out accordion effect. Oh. First caution of the night before we even get to turn 1 is a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what happened then.
We just had the number 98 of John Shields just throttled up a little bit too early on the restart.
This is Dover too. Shouldn't they have had 2 laps to green?
Not always. I don't know that this technically counts as a short track, so I know the short tracks do that, but I don't know that Dover is get considered with that. But now I'm seeing a lot of. I think it's just because they were stopped on the track. Yeah. We might be having a little bit of a bug with the pace car here. my SDK is just filled with crash notifications, but I think it's because the field had to come to a stop there. Take this time really quick to announce. This is one of our newest announcements here in the Discord. So the A Truck Series is going to be replaced now with a Cup Series. So you'll see the flyer here. It'll be posted in a couple other places as well. But Friday night's session is going to open at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 20 races. It says chase format, but I meant to put playoff format just like they do in real life. $30 entry, 20 race season. Again, stay tuned for lookouts there on Facebook and in the Discord as well, as we will be posting that, advertising for that, trying to get that series filled up. We'll be starting that in a couple weeks here. Of course, we want to give it time to actually allow people to get in here, so we'll give it a couple weeks, get some drivers on the roster, and we'll send it back to Cup Race. And I know I'm excited to get my hands back in a Cup car here. I've been racing it in another league. I'm just trying to get some seat time with it, and it's been a blast. I really miss that car. I'm excited for it. I know Will is too, and a couple other guys in the league that are excited for it as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting that underway. It looks like everything now should be getting situated. I believe we're still trying to find out what's going on with the pace car here, as it's non-existent. There it is. So a couple of wave rounds being issued out now, but the lights are off, so they're going to have to get around back to the pace car pretty quickly here. Unless we just control the sides if we want to extend this one more time. It looks like that is what's going to happen here. Lights are on. Pace car once again. Pair of K&W teammates there in row number 2. We'll see if they can get a good restart here. Again, 2 drivers that I really want to keep an eye out on tonight is going to be the 52 of Sean Happig, as well as the number 99 of Sean Wilder. They both made an appearance in our other truck series that we had at the time, so they got a little bit of extra seat time maybe than some of these other drivers. Curious to see if that is going to translate for them here tonight. Again, track conditions probably couldn't be further apart from those 2 series, but nonetheless, seat time is good regardless of the condition. And again, I think the biggest factor tonight is just going to be keeping that nose clean and staying out of trouble.
Okay, I think we got this straightened out.
Yeah, do we have an issue with a pace car there, or? Saw a lot of people were kind of just sitting still on the track, so I figured there was something going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. Some guys had to, because of the way the yellow came out, some people was ending up weird behind the pace car. They had to do a wave around and everything, so.
Gotcha. Well, looks like that's all sorted out now. Driver's about to be in the restart zone. Bobby Grady gets a good launch on the inside there. There's about 2 car lengths now, and Ryan Seagull behind him. But again, the pair of K&W Motorsports teammates on the second row are going to be looking to try to make their way up front. But Bobby Grady gets a great jump here. Everybody moving through the field, and I was just mentioning it there on the broadcast. You see Bobby Grady, I believe, had a penalty, so I don't know if that is from last race or if he got another restart violation. But nonetheless, that's going to cycle out number 9 of Mike Kufel in the lead. Cars behind him jockeying for position.
1, 99, and 7 all had drive-throughs. That's why.
Gotcha. But Mike getting out to a pretty early lead here. Mike got to a pretty big lead now so far. I mean, just over a second, or under a second, excuse me. So he's looking to run away. David Meacham now trying to make his way up through the field. He's up a couple spots from where he started. But what I was mentioning while you were handling some race control is Sean Happick and Sean Wilder got a little bit more seat time this week, able to run the Truck Series race on Friday as well. So although track conditions were pretty different, as you see the 97 getting to the wall, keeps it straight though, but a little bit of extra seat time for those two drivers. I'm wondering to see how that's going to pay off for them here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure every bit of seat time helps, especially at a track like this. I don't know how you're seeing anything because I am up in the blimp right now, and let me tell you something, I see absolutely nothing through this fog.
Yeah, TV2 and TV3 have been treating me pretty well so far. Yeah, Sean Happick now, he's up to P number 4, looking to go for P3 now. Number 7 there is going to be a lap down. I believe he may have had a penalty to serve as well. So they're going to have to navigate their way around that. They're too wide behind him, so see how that works out. But so far, everybody keeping it pretty clean on track. Or no, excuse me, Bryce Tucker. I don't know why I thought he was a lap down. He's in second place. My brain just, I don't know what happened there, but Bryce Tucker looking to close the gap on Mike, but now Bryce Tucker under a little bit of pressure from Sean. Seeing a little bit of love in the chat as well for Corey Moore. I'm sure he really appreciates the support. Sean Happick now getting to the inside, and Bryce gets a little loose, but still gets his nose in. They're going to be too wide in turns 3 and 4. We'll see if Sean's able to make the pass, which it looks like he does. And as we talked about Corey Moore, we see him going down pit road. We got another driver slow on the front stretch, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Hop on board here and try to take a look and see what happens here. Oh, yeah, that's what happens. Dustin Bloodworth and the 00 of Ryan Seabolt make contact in 3 and 4, and that's what we talked about. Not a lot of real estate here at this track, so nowhere to go for a lot of these drivers here. We'll rewind this and take this back a little further and see. Dustin Bloodworth on the inside coming off of 2. It's a little bit of the run there, gets to the quarter of Ryan Seabolt. Just drives it in a little deep. See if there was actually contact there. Yeah, definitely contact there. Yeah, Ryan Seabolt, kind of a racing deal there. I mean, just kind of nowhere to go for Dustin. He gets the run, and Seabolt not fully aware of how close Dustin was on him there. So not too bad of an incident there. A couple other cars collected by nature, but got a little bit of a decent run. I know Mike was able to make up a pretty good gap there on Sean. But now that gap going to get closed, and Sean is at 5 spots from where he started, so that extra seat time really kind of positive role for him. Well, Mike, made your way to the front right there, buddy. You got a pretty good lead there on the field for a little bit before that caution came out. We were talking about you and Chris starting side by side on row number 2, and you take advantage of a couple penalties having to be served, and you get some clean air, and you're able to run away from these guys a little bit. I'm sure you're looking to do a little bit more of the same here.
Yeah, absolutely. Got pretty lucky with Grady having to take a penalty. He's looking pretty good. But track's feeling good, and I'm pretty comfortable here at Dover as long as I can avoid some calamity. Got into it a little bit there with a truck coming off pit road, but I got a little bit of wheel damage, but it seems like it's manageable, so I think I'll be pretty good up here, man. I'm just hoping we can get some green laps in.
Yeah, well, you got your teammate there, Chris Weiniger, behind you. Can play a little bit of blocker for you, but good luck, man. Try to wheel and deal with that wheel damage, and good luck to you here at the closing half of the stage of number 1.
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah, so that's another development to the story. I didn't even see that. I mean, his truck looks okay, but apparently Mike dealing with a little bit of wheel damage out there, but still in P1, so holding on to it, man.
Yeah, I didn't see him get into anything, but I'm up in the blimp, so I'm not seeing much at all. But yeah, I mean, if he seems to be holding it on just fine. I'm not seeing him get sideways at all. I'm not seeing him really struggling with the wheel at all. So it must be just minor wheel damage, which he probably won't even use a fast repair on that. Just a quick repair when he comes in for pits.
Yeah, he gets a good start there on the inside. Sean gets a pretty decent start as well. That's something we've been pretty critical on him about. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been working on that.
yeah, so minimizes the gap, and he's actually pulling close on him now. Dives low on the backstretch, looking to make a move on him in turn number 3. Taking the whole line. Sean knows now that it's time to go, trying to get around Mike. Mike's got the high line, is going to carry a little bit of momentum off the corner, still side by side. Almost door banging going into turn 1. They keep it clean though. Sean getting a good run there on the bottom. Looks like he does clear Mike, so new leader here at Dover. The 52 of Sean Havoc, but as I say that, Mike coming back on the outside and cautions out. I wonder who's going to be scored in first there, because that was close when that yellow flag came out. Yeah, we see a car up in the wall in turn 2. Oh, and Aaron's already gotten damage here at this point. I was saying he was checking up for it, but it looks like he's already got damage at this point, so we'll try to back this up a little bit and see if he still has the damage at this point. So that must have been from an earlier incident. But Aaron Creighton sees car getting loose up into the wall in turn number 2. Tries to check up a little bit, and just truck comes around on him, and nowhere to go for the number 74 of, I believe that's Michael Mangus. Gets collected in that as well. Excuse me, a close call for Sean Wilder. Looks like he was able to steer clear of it though, so it looks like it is official. New race leader Sean Havoc. Let's see if we can't grab him. And here he is, the number 52 of Sean Havoc. We're talking about it. We've been a little bit critical of your restarts over the last couple weeks, and you know, of course, the control car is still going to get a positive jump on you, but you limit the gap there, and then you go into attack mode right away. How important was it to have those extra practice laps at Dover on Friday, and do you feel like that's coming to help you out here a little bit?
I think it has helped me out, because just on entry, I'm able to back it off a little bit because it's a little bit cooler. So I also think I might be able to save a little bit of tires here.
Go low there. Go low, Sean.
Oh, sorry. I was just able to get around Mike. I don't know if his entrance went in a little high. I know I heard him got a little wheel damage there, so I was able to sneak by. Well, he was pinching me down there for a while, though. I knew it was a matter of time before I got loose coming out of the corner if he was going to keep doing it. So I'm glad I was able to get by him.
There's going to be some door banging tonight. You can't just give up a position, because it's not easy to pass here. And if you lose a position, then yeah, it's going to be hard to get it back. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of pinching, a lot of door banging. So you're going to have to earn every inch you get tonight.
I'll tell you what, Dover's not one of my better tracks, so I'm just happy to be up here. See if I can hang on to it for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll see the lights are going off on the pace car. Just want to let you know for your teammates, your mic is sounding a little funky. But congrats on getting up to the lead. We got a handful of laps here. I guess 2 handful of laps here in stage number 1. Good luck to you, buddy. Hope to see you again.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and mentioned it, hard racing here in the early stages of the race. I'm excited to see it though. As tricky as a track as Dover can be, not afraid to race and get side by side like that. So props to these drivers, and looks like people are starting to settle in and find their rhythm just a little bit. We got about 14 to go here or 13 to go when we take the green flag in stage number 1. We'll see if Sean Havoc can hold on to that lead. But he's got 2 K&W Motorsports teammates, one on his outside and one behind him. So I know they're going to be looking to attack and try to get those stage wins, as they are so important here.
Yeah, pace cars off the track, and they're going to be coming to the restart zone.
And we'll see now how the roles reverse. Yeah, Sean going pretty early in the box, gets a great start. He's going to dive up and try to arc that corner into 1 and 2. K&W teammates again on the road behind him, so I know they'll race each other clean. Looks like Mike able to get the better of Chris for now.
Yeah, he did. Nine-car got a great run on that.
Oh,
outside.
big impact. The 14, Key and Fry. Head first, firewall deep into the backstretch. Hard contact for him. We'll hop on board with him now. He's riding the low line there on the restart. Yeah, it just comes up into the 16 of Travis George, and that sends the truck around. And again, hard contact with the inside wall. That blows the motor, and that's going to be a tow back to the pits and a fast repair if he still has one left. I'm not sure if he's been caught up in anything up to this point. We'll hop on board with Key and Fry for this incident again. Chasing the car up the track. Gets into the 16 of Travis George. A couple guys getting loose, checking up as well. Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. I believe Sean Happick still in the lead. At least 21 cars on the lead lap, potentially 22 or 23. We got a couple on pit road, so I don't know the status of where they are. You see Bobby Grady now taking a late round, so it's another car on the lead lap. Yeah, that actually puts us to 24. Yeah, I got that blimp view on now. Yeah, holy cow, you can't see anything.
Yeah, definitely can't see a darn thing. And the blimp's what I like to use so I can get a good full view of the whole field, and it's I can't see nothing.
Off the pace car once again. Driver's going to be entering the restart zone here pretty shortly. Let's see if Sean can get another good restart here and try to get a little bit of a gap. Is the pace car. Sean going to be entering the restart zone now. Goes a little bit earlier this time than he did last time. Gets another good jump. Might potentially fall in a little sleep a little bit there on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, was Mike even on his outside, or well, he looked like he was a couple lanes back?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but K&W Motorsports teammates side by side into turn number 3. Looks like Chris maybe just letting Mike go. Feels like maybe he's faster, but David Meacham's going to try to capitalize that, take the outside line in turn 3. He gets the pass done as well. So David Meacham is a guy we've seen have some speed so far this season, and he's looking to find his way back towards the front. See these guys side by side, a couple rows deep behind our leaders. More with Randy Post under a little bit of heat now from Patrick Camburn on his inside. Patrick gets the apron, washes up a little bit. 34 of Kenny Cook hard into the wall. Keeps it straight though. Good job by Clint to kind of see that happen, and it checks up for him. Ben Thomas looking to make a move down the backstretch. Number 29. Zachary Tyler. Battling. Ooh, close call. Ben tucks up close behind Zachary Air off turn 4. From the way that angle that camera was, I thought he was about to get hooked, but Randy Post does complete the pass now on Patrick Camburn. Dustin Bloodworth sitting in P6. Sean now opening the lead up just a little bit. Gap just shy of a second. We heard Mike say, though, in the interview, quite a little bit of wheel damage. Wonder if that's hurting him a little bit or if Sean Happick just has the pace. Still battling Patrick Camber and Randy Post. Really battling hard for that 7th place spot here at Dover. Ooh, Patrick, though, gets into the wall. Real easy to do here. Damage is minimal, though, at least body-wise, so he may be okay. Not sure if he got any wheel damage after that, but Dustin Bloodworth now looking to attack the 53 of Chris Weiniger. Dustin going to give him a little tap, let him know I'm here. But Dustin now under a little bit of contention from Randy, but Randy gets loose off the corner. Okay, you got the pits, good deal. I hit it too. Dustin now on the inside of Chris. See if he can complete the pass here in 3 and 4. Throttles up in the center of the corner. Makes it stick. Still, though, not quite clear, just barely. Chris still there. Randy Post thought about making a 3 wide, thinks better of it. So Dustin completes the pass. Now Randy Post looking to capitalize on that as Chris is falling back a little bit. Post getting loose off of turn 2. Sean Happick running away, though, with it for now. Green and white checker flag for Sean Happick with Mike Kufel, David Meacham, Bryce Tucker, Dustin Bloodworth. Oh, contact coming across the line. The 53 of Chris Weiniger, and it looks like maybe the 29 of Zachary Tyler. So caution flag out for the stage anyway, but we'll have to hop on board. I know these group of drivers were battling hard here for the stage finish. And Tyler just kind of drifts up the track on Chris there. I mean, maybe expected Chris to be a little bit higher up, but nonetheless, he definitely came up into the 53 of Chris. So, with all that being said and done, though, it's unfortunate for Chris, but I don't think he really lost anything with the stage there. He's going to more than likely definitely elect to have to take a fast repair there, but it looks like he still is able to finish in the same spot for the end of that stage there. We see these guys going down to pit road now. First stage concluded here tonight. Once these drivers are done on pit road, we'll get Sean Happick, stage number 1 winner, back up here in the booth. Still entering pit road. We see Sean Happick and Mike Kufel get into their box clean. We'll see who will get the better jump out of the pits. If Sean will get the run on Mike, or if Mike will be able to capitalize on that early pit stall. There you go. We see Sean out now with David Meacham behind. So the race off pit road won by the 52 of Sean Happick. Well, hey, Sean, this is Bryce back up here in the booth. Long time no talk, buddy. Congrats on stage number 1 there. Looks like that clean air is very beneficial here. You were able to get your way to the front and had a couple of restarts, and you were able to get a pretty decent gap on Mike, just about under a second. But how is that clean air out there at Dover tonight?
Oh, I think I was able to run 4 fastest laps back to back to back to back. So if that tells you anything. So it's definitely a lot better being out there, just be able to run your line in your race. So
yeah, well, he definitely had some speed tonight, and again, yeah, I think it really is showing that extra seat time you were able to get on Friday night. I know this isn't a track, Sean, that you've really talked about too much, but are you feeling pretty confident at this stage in the race that you might be able to make something happen here tonight?
no, I'm still not sure about that. Wilder's really good on the long run, I know that, so I don't know where he's located at.
He's still a little ways behind. It looks like he's been dealing with some of the penalties and stuff here, so I've got him scored, and I think about 14th. So he's got a little bit of ways to go before he gets to you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know. Hopefully this stint, I can see Meacham right behind there now. So, I don't know what's going on with these wave arounds here. I don't know why he didn't get a wave around. Oh, he's in first. There we go.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to get waved around the pace car when you're in P1.
No.
So.
Well, sorry.
All good. Sorry. Well, man, you're starting on the outside here. You know, we talked about it, you know, the last time you were in here, but we've been a little critical on your restarts here over the course of the league. Is that something you've been working on, and do you think you can try to close the gap on Noble here a little bit with a better start?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, apparently he didn't take tires because he's out here in P1. I don't think he jumped in front of me. I think he stayed out, but all the tires were still at like 94%. So even on 20 lap runs, I thought they'd be less than that. So I'm gonna have to work my way around him, and hopefully it sticks to the outside, and be careful the first couple laps.
Gotcha. Well, I see the lights are off on the pace car. Again, man, congrats on stage 1. You're really making a hell of a run here over these last couple races that we've had, so I'm sure you're going to be jumping up further and further in those standings. I hope you can keep it clean and get a good start here. Good luck to you in stage number 2.
Well, thank you, Bryce.
And there you go, stage 1 winner, the number 52 of Sean Happick. Able to get his nose out there on front. We'll see how he can do on this restart. He mentioned it. I believe we saw. I got to take a look here and see if Noble did pit. And he did not, so Noble last pit on lap 19. Of course, that stage came out on 35, so they pitted on 36. Noble's going to have a little bit of a tire disadvantage here, but we'll see how that plays on the restart. We saw another driver here on Friday night, who I will not mention, spin his tires pretty good on a restart, so we'll see if Christian Noble has to fight that as well. David Meacham, though, close on 46, ready for that restart zone to launch and that control car to fire off. And 46 gets a pretty decent launch on the restart, as well as David Meacham as well. David Meacham getting close, though, to Sean. We'll see how the tires play here in the corner. Sean going to have to take the longer way around in 1 and 2, but he is going to get that drive off. And David Meacham going to be stuck now behind the 46 of Christian Noble. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 3.
They got to be careful there.
Yep, Christian hops up a little bit. All is all good, though. Sean and David now going to try to run away from the rest of the field. Randy Post makes his way around Christian Noble as well.
I'll tell you what, man, they are knocking that turn 4 wall down.
Yeah, very easy to do here, I know from experience. Almost, that camera angle looked like we were going to be 4 wide down the backstretch. They think better of it, though. Patrick Camburn drifting up just a little bit there on the number 6 of Ben Thomas. Keep it clean, though. We also see Clint Hackett up here in the mix. He's a driver that we talked about quite a bit at Daytona. He's been a little bit quiet over the course of the season, but having a good run so far, running P8 in the top 10. We'll keep our eye on him throughout the race and see how that develops. But looks like Sean Happick running away a little bit from David Meacham now. Gap just to 0.6. And there it is. Yep, I thought we might see that. Caution flag back out in the air once again here at Dover. Looks like number 60 of Brad Dorr potentially involved in this one. We'll hop on board with him and see. Oh, big overcorrection. 00 Ryan Seabolt gets loose. Great job by Chris and Mike to miss that. Wow. A couple drivers still flying in pretty fast, but the 00 of Ryan Seabolt just gets loose in 3 and 4 and tries to save it and overcorrects it just a little bit in front of the field. Need to hop on board here with the 74 of Michael Mangus. I mean, he just plows through this. I mean, he keeps it clean, but... yeah, sees the smoke. You can clearly see him wrecking. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens right there, ladies and gentlemen, when you damn near full throttle for an accident. Trying to make up some extra spots. Everybody checking up. Michael Mangus still in the gas. Gets out of it now, but nowhere to go. Gets into the inside wall and loses a fender, and he's going to have some pretty big damage. That might be a fast repair for the 74 of Michael Mangus there. That's why we really tell you guys that you need to slow down and check up, because that could have been a lot worse for Ware. Had he gotten in contact with another driver, that would have been a penalty for him.
Arca braking, man. Arca braking.
Yeah. Can't seem to escape it sometimes, it seems like. Like I said, had he made contact with another driver, that would have been a penalty for him. His penalty will be getting into the inside wall and getting all that damage. Justice has been served. Sean Hadley's able to hold on to the lead there after the 46 minute show. Control car once again here on this restart. We're getting there, though, to the halfway point. Slowly but surely.
So, not a positive thing to say, but I can tell you that I was expecting a lot more wrecking than what's happened so far. So, I don't know how to take that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's went better than I expected. I can agree with you there. We've had some great battles for the lead and throughout the middle of the pack, so there's still some positives to take away from the race tonight. David Leacham got a pretty good launch on Sean, but Sean able to pull a little bit of a gap. Just fanning out now, trying to get every ounce of track they can and make their way. Matthew Chase making a pass on the 46 and Noble. See Mike Kufel with Chris behind him as well. Two teammates that started up towards the front looking to make their way back through the field. Get that ever so important track position. Mike riding it real tight there in 1 and 2. It's a good run on the backstretch now. Able to clear Noble pretty easily. So now Mike's got Matthew Chase out of his windshield. We'll see it pass for a second. Now Randy Post gets around the 13 of David Meacham. Oh, big save from the 7 of Bryce Tucker. Wow. Gets real loose off 2 and was almost head on with the inside wall, but able to hold on to it and save it. It's going to slow him down, but getting slowed down is a lot worse than being firewall deep on the inside wall in the backstretch, that's for sure. And here it is, the 99, Sean Wilder. We heard Sean Happy talk about Sean Wilder. That's tongue twisters. I'm even dying now. But Sean was P14 at the end of stage 1. He's already made his way up to 6th. So looks like Sean Wilder's got a fast truck tonight, and I know he's looking to get that thing towards the front as well. great job so far. We see a battle now. Front. 88 under a little bit of pressure from 84. 84 gets by him. Now that's going to open the door for Mike. Mike looking to make the pass on the inside down the front stretch. Tucks back in line, though not able to get it done off of 3 and 4. Looks like he may have got a little bit loose on entry there of 1 and 2 as well. Just a little bit. Travis George scored P13 right now. He's been a driver that's had some speed all season as well. He gets the win last week at Gateway. Sean, a little bit of a lead now, P2.
Meacham has been peaking at post here every now and then. I'm almost thinking post might be running his tires a little hot.
Yeah, we will find out. It looks like post gets a little loose off 2. David Meacham also was trying to get to Sean pretty hard on that restart as well, so maybe tires equalizing a little bit on both of them here. Keep an eye on that battle as the stage goes on. Bobby Grady now making his way back to the field in P14, looking to make a move on the 53 of Chris Weiniger.
Yeah, I got to say, ooh, yep. Meacham almost tagged that wall. Sean's not really getting too much of a big lead here, so I don't know if he's kind of holding back, taking care of his tires since he's got a, I don't know, probably about a 6-car lead, or if he's, you know, kind of leveled out with the guys behind him.
Yeah, I mean, we heard him talk about it at the end of the stage. Feels pretty good about the track conditions here at Dover tonight, and we've talked about Sean being a guy that, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't think he's ever drove out of 10 from what I can see. So he is probably backing it down a little bit, just managing the gap, hoping to see Randy Post and David Meacham start battling here in the next handful of laps. And
I'd say if you got a chance, watch Meacham come out of 2.
I'll hop on board with him here.
Oh no, you got to get a front peek of it. I mean, every time he comes out of there, his rear end is so yawed out that he tags that wall every time.
Yeah, we'll see him putting a little bit of wheel in it from his cockpit view there. We'll take a look at him off of turn 4, and then we'll look at him again in turn 2. I mean, he's getting a great run off the corner, but Randy Post able to pull a gap on entry. So Randy Post might be burning his stuff up a little bit here. Yeah, we'll hop on board with Meacham. Yeah, I mean, does get the wall there.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's still in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten it 3 or 4 times now, I've noticed.
And that's why William Curran is up in the booth with me, because that man is like Nostradamus, predicts the future. Dustin Bloodworth now getting to the wall in front of Meacham. We'll see if Meacham backs it down a little bit. Yeah, gets the apron, so he's going to have to back the exit up a little bit. Where we see him get loose as well as Randy Post got loose off of 2 as well. Take a look at Randy Post's cockpit here off of 2. See if he's putting any other wheel into it. Yeah, gets a pretty good exit there, so.
Yeah, Meacham got that wall pretty good. I'm wondering if he maybe got a little bit of damage, or if that kind of woke him up a little bit, like, hey, I need to take it easy now, because he's been really pushing himself away from that wall out of 4, like giving it plenty of room now.
Yeah, and sometimes we as drivers kind of need that little wake-up call of, you know, hey, I'm pushing a little bit too hard here, and like you said, that may have been a wake-up call for David Meacham to just back it down a little bit and avoid getting yourself into any further trouble. We'll see Mike Kufel making a move now on Ben Thomas. That's going to put Mike up to P8. Move, gets the apron though. We'll see if Matthew Chase capitalizes on that, which it looks like he does. Patrick Camburn clips the apron in 2 and then gets really loose and has to chase it up the track and still avoid hitting the wall, which he does. Solid run for Matthew Chase here tonight as well. He came out hot early in the season. Kind of, I don't want to say fallen off a little bit. I don't think that's the right word, but he's been a little quiet in these last couple races. But so far, he's in P9, got his way up into the top 10, and he's making a solid name for himself here tonight. Now see Bobby Grady, our pole sitter for tonight, battling back from that early penalty, making his way up into the top 10 as well. 10 to go here in stage number 2. Sean Happick now. Gap to 1 second over his teammate, number 4 of Dustin Bloodworth. We'll go through your top 10 as we sit. P1, Sean Happick, Dustin Bloodworth in P2, followed by Randy Post in P3, Sean Wilder P4, David Meacham falling back a little bit now in P5. Clint Hackett up 13 spots. He scored in 6th. Bryce Tucker in 7th. Mike Q fell in 8th. Bobby Grady in P9, and Matthew Chase rounding out your top 10 at this point. So a lot of names up here in this top 10 that we've talked about throughout the course of the season. Bobby Grady now looking to make a move on Mike Kufel. Almost clears him, but again, Mike should get the run on the outside. Gets into the wall a little bit. Slows his momentum down just a smidge, but he's still there on the quarter panel. Again, going to get that one on the outside line. Mike, though, into the wall again. Mike pushing maybe a little bit too hard. That's going to give Grady the spot pretty comfortable and put Mike under a little bit of pressure now from Matthew Chase. I don't even want to say it, Will, but we're getting a great run here. Knocking on some wood. Bobby Grady, though, makes quick work of Bryce Tucker as well. It looks like Dustin now getting to Sean. Able to make the pass. Let's rewind a little bit and see if something happened there with Sean. He was way off pace.
Yeah, something definitely happened. He was way out front of Dustin, so I'm not sure what's up.
I know that our teammates, I don't know if Sean maybe let him go. He was a little bit high in 3 and 4. I don't think he was high enough to get into the marbles. But none. Oh, contact!
Right
54. Him. Yeah. Randy Post hard into the wall. Oh! Yeah, Sean Wilder. We might need to put that yellow out.
Yeah, it's end of stage anyways.
Yeah, so big contact. It looks like the 99 of Sean Wilder involved. The 54 of Randy Post. I think David Meacham got caught up in that as well. So here we go. We see Sean Wilder now off turn 4 on the inside of Randy Post. They're battling hard. Post clears him on the front stretch. Hops in front of Sean. Sean gets a little bit of a run, throttles up in the corner. Diamonds the corner, gets to the inside of Randy Post. Yeah, Randy just getting a little loose off the corner. Sean Wilder already there, and I do know Sean's on the West Coast, and pretty decent bit of net code there. I think the contact still inevitably would have happened there. Yeah, just nowhere to go for the 13 of David Meacham. We see Sean makes contact with Randy Post again, bounces up in front of the track, and David just has nowhere to go there. So that's going to be a fast repair for David Meacham as well. So if you're Sean, you might be beating yourself up a little bit letting your teammate by there, because as Will said, that is going to be the stage. So a little bit of late stage drama there. And it's all my fault. I will take responsibility for that one.
It was end of stage anyways.
Well, we had 5 more laps, right?
No, that was it. 70.
Oh. Well, still, nonetheless, battling hard for the stage, and see a little bit of contact again. I think netcode had a little bit to do with that one, but nonetheless, we saw it. Randy just got a little loose and was chasing it down, and Sean Wilder was there. So the front two.
I'm still wondering. We need to get Dustin Bloodworth up here. That or Sean. I mean, obviously Dustin's the one that won it. We need to find out what was up with that, because it's Sean was way out front. Then all of a sudden Dustin's like, bye.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I've got Dustin up here with us now. You make the pass on your teammate there, Sean. I mean, did he let you go, or did he get in the groove? I mean, it kind of, you passed him like he was standing still. So what happened there? I mean, that you make the pass and you get the stage 2 win there.
Well, you know how Sean is. I think he might have just been trying to be smart, you know. He's pretty smart about not racing if you don't have to. He won stage 1, so when I called him, he might have just said, you know what, I'm going to be smart here. It's honestly probably not a bad idea.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, benefits you there. You get the win in stage number 2. we've seen you battling a little bit throughout the field here tonight, and you've got a fast truck out there tonight. So good luck to you here in the final stage, man, and we'll hope to see you again here at the end of the race.
All right, I appreciate it, buddy.
And there it was, your stage 2 number winner, teammate of, again, as we mentioned, with Sean Happig. So, yeah, even Dustin doesn't really have full confirmation on what happened there, but, you know, kind of made the same assumption that we thought. Sean maybe just letting him go. So even with the hard contact, David Meacham scored in, I believe that's P6. Yeah, so Mike Kufel as well. I don't know if he had a little bit of pitch strategy or what. He was scored 7 or 8 at the end of that stage, and he is now in P4. Mike's shown it qualifying P3. He's had a fast truck, and then here it is again, the number 28 at Clint Hackett. I'm going to give him my sneaky underdog pick here tonight. Again, he showed some good prowess there the first couple weeks and kind of been quiet, taking a little bit of a back seat, but nonetheless makes his way to the top 10 at the end of stage 2, and now he's going to be starting second in line here on the inside row, looking to capitalize on that and see what he can do with it. And of course, again, too, another one, Matthew Chase in the third row on the inside line as well. So a couple drivers up here getting their way towards the front of the pack. And now this is what I'm curious to see, Will. Teammates on the front row. I know if it was you and me, what we would be doing here.
Yeah, door banging, hitting the wall 15 times. Yep. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well, I was more so thinking counting down the restart, but glad to know what you think of me there.
You and I both know we would be fighting for that first position, even though we're teammates.
Yes, we would, yes. Yeah, I think it'd be smart here for those two to try to call out that start as well. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Shown speed, Clint's shown speed, the 13 has shown speed as well. I mean, those are drivers that have been running up front, so I think it would benefit them both here to just try to call the restart and maybe not race each other super hard, but try to get a little bit of a gap here on the field before we get flag.
Yeah.
Massive flag drops.
Kufel is back up there in what, 1, 2, 3, 4th position, second row back, so.
Yeah, and Mike's sagging off a little bit to Sean, tightens the gap up now, so we'll see. Yeah, definitely not a time to restart. Sean kind of gets a bad, I won't say a bad restart, but doesn't get the jump out of the gate that he likes. That does check out the top row, so that's probably going to give Clint Hackett the spot here, unless Sean can get one hell of a run on the outside, which he may be able to do. Clint clears him. Just about, yeah, clear of him now. Mike having to check up, gets loose.
Oh, yes, he does. Oh,
and no, hard contact.
That's going to collect a lot of cars.
Yeah, that's a track blocker right there. Yeah, I think that's just a little tiny bit of inexperience there from the number 9 of Mike Kufel. I kind of saw that happen. Gets a little bit of a surge on Sean there in the corner, and I don't know if he actually put brake into it or what, but yeah, I don't know if he put brake into it or he may have just gotten a little loose. I mean, I know you can definitely tell the surge in momentum there. And we'll hop on board with it now and see. Yeah, it closes the gap. Yeah, you can see right there the flame coming out of the exhaust. So he definitely lifted there, and I think that just upset the car. And he's trying to chase it, but collects the 31 of Matthew Chase, and they go up the track. So that's a good solid 6 or 7 cars involved with that one. Oh, and they're still flying in there. Big, big contact. Let's hop on board. I see Michael Mangus involved in this one as well. Car's still piling in. We'll hop on board and see what happens here. Yeah, everybody checking up, just nowhere to go. Not really sure what that right turn was there. I don't think that's anything malicious. It looks like he's just trying to get the car under control there. But I know we're not at Talladega or Daytona, Will, but I think that was the big one.
Yeah, honest. I'm surprised we didn't get one before that, but yeah, that was definitely a big one.
talked about at the top of the broadcast, not a lot of real estate here at Dover to avoid the wreck, so. Sean now going to be starting behind his teammate. Lights off the pace car again. Pace car off. That's a Wentworth and Clint Hackett on his outside. We'll see if he can get a good jump here on this restart. Goes about middle of the zone. Yep, Sean Happig, as I thought was going to happen, able to get a great restart. Almost cleared Clint Hackett in the one. He should get him here off the corner, which he does. Justin Wentworth, though, getting a pretty good gap right now. This call again. Well, the 29 gets loose in 3 and 4. Collects Christopher Dyke. Sean Wilder with a little bit of contact. I think Sean may have gotten some hard contact here. Some pretty substantial damage there. He's going to have to come down and get that fixed. I believe he's out of fast repairs, so. Zachary Tyler gets loose in the corner. Gets collected by Randy Cornwell. I don't know what Sean's really, I don't know if he's just frustrated or what. Clearly sees a car spinning in front of him. Just kind of throttles up into him. I'm not really sure what really goes on here. Well, we did get a pretty solid run at one point. I do take responsibility for the last couple cautions. I shouldn't have said anything. But we've had some good hard battles out there tonight.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing, there is only about half the amount of cars we started with out there on track left.
Yeah. Yeah, 13 on the lead lap. It looks like that's a right move. So, again, I want to take this time, if you're in here, to advertise our Cup Series that we're starting up on Friday nights. You can see the flyer and pause it there. I'm looking forward to it. I was talking to it a little bit earlier when you were handling some race control stuff. I know you were pretty excited for it as well as I am. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now.
Cup Series?
To it. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I like the series. Never used to like the cars. I actually, they were my most despised cars until I finally figured out how to drive the darn things, and now I just can't stop getting them checkered flags, man. They're good cars. I like them. Honestly, they drive so much differently than any other chassis on here in NASCAR. It feels like you cannot spin them out unless you try to spin them out, but you can chew up your tires pretty quick with them too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But they are a blast to drive.
Yes, they are.
Green flag, go back out in the air once again. See Bobby Grady trying to make his way back up. I think he got involved a little bit in that last incident.
Oh, car around. Turn 3.
The 13 of David Beecham potentially involved in this one.
The 12 was definitely involved because he's done. He just had to destroy his truck, so.
Yeah, the 13 of David Beecham just gets loose. But I don't see any further contact with the 13. So we can maybe try to hop on board with the 12 if he's still in here. Not really sure what happens here with him because I don't see any contact with him there. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened with the 12, but we saw the 13. He was missing his lift gate, so that must have been from the last caution and made this truck just change a balance on him. Gets loose into 3 and 4. We'll hop on board with Christopher Dyke for a little bit longer here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what happened here, so. Alright, now that we got a little bit more time, I was getting a little antsy because I know we were coming close to go, but here it is again. Friday night, 7:30 Central Standard Time is when the session will open. Will be followed with a 30-minute practice session and a 2-lap qualifier. See the iRating range up there below. We want to emphasize that and try to promote that.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cup Series will be, that's our top tier series. I mean, we barely get any cautions at all on Xfinity, which is the series right above the trucks. A trucks, when we had that there, we barely had any cautions. Cup should be the same thing. Like, we'll probably get barely anything. As long as everybody is higher in the IR rating and everybody usually gives room and all that, we'll have good racing in these upper tiers. This is a rookie series still, at least for right now. But these guys are out there just trying to learn off from each other and learn from the guys that are really up front the most here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this will still always be our beginner series, but I'm looking forward to it. Cup is a great car. I learned to drive in it. And again, like you said, we should have the highest tier drivers in the league in that series, so I think it'll be an absolute blast.
I'll have to get my Cup Series cars into the garage here in the next couple weeks, get a good wax job on them, maybe some new schemes, and get her ready to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, luckily for you, I think we might be getting you in some new colors, but green flag back out in the air once again. Sean not getting the greatest of restarts with his teammate. Going to put him under a little bit of pressure now from Clint Hackett. Sean should get the run, which he looks like he does. Clint, though, still there, tucks in line now. Great run out of Corey Moore, scored a P8 right now. Randy Post able to recover from that incident. And Corey Moore gets on the apron and gets loose. Randy Post trying to check up for him. They keep it clean.
Man, you could really see the different lines that people take here too. I mean, just coming into one, there had to be like 4 different lines right there.
Yeah, when these truck guys, first got the call that, Dover was on the schedule this week, immediately there were a couple guys asking about the entry in 1 and 2, and it is tricky. Try to hop on board with. You see right there's that little bump, that little hump going into the corner that can just offset the truck just a little bit and unsettle the car. So turn 1 and 2 can definitely be tricky to navigate if you're not careful.
Yeah, and like I said before the broadcast here, exit a 2 and exit a 4. I mean, you could lose your truck real quick, the rear end of it, and just hit the wall or spin out or whatever. The exits are so hard just because of the transition. It goes from banking to flat so fast.
All in all, as you mentioned, I think it's been a little bit better than we expected.
Yeah.
And Creighton's slow in the wall. Just trying to stay out of the way. Caution does come out. Looks like the 14 of Kean Fry potentially involved in another incident again here tonight as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, Randy Cornwell. You see him getting loose up in 3 and 4. Oh, big contact from the 98. Almost flips here at Dover. We'll hop on board with him in a moment. Yeah, Kean Fry just a little indecisive on where he wanted to go on that last incident. Try to hop on now with John Shields. Take a look at this from his point of view. I've never seen a car upside down at Dover, and John Shields was pretty close to doing just that. Nowhere to go. Kean Fry, makes contact with Cornwell, and nowhere to go for John Shields, and a wild ride for him. He almost actually jumps over the pit wall. I think if this were real life, and there wasn't a barrier there, it would have been close. He almost jumps the pit wall. That's pretty impressive.
What was the fuel?
Sean said it was around 39 to 40.
Okay, so they're still a little early, but I don't know, man. I would have possibly came in right there, topped off, got new tires, and been able to stay out.
Well, if this trend continues, I'm sure that this will not be the last caution.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's probably why I would have done it. If they would have made 39 laps, you could easily save at least 1 lap, so that would have made it 40. So realistically, it was only, what, 7? 7 laps would have been the difference, but you'd have gotten that in 1 or 2 more cautions.
Yeah, maybe they're looking to just get a little bit closer to their number. No!
I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it if I was up front, but mid-pack back, yeah, you got nothing to lose, man.
All right, sorry about that. Anybody that has cats know they love to scratch, and she was scratching my $270 golf bag. So had to take care of that, but nonetheless.
$270 for a golf bag, man. That could have been a one of your triple screens right there.
Yeah, well, I got into golf before I got into this hobby. I have a habit of picking expensive hobbies. First bowling, then golf, now iRacing. I mean, God, I sound like a freaking middle-aged, I sound like a retired 60-year-old man.
Bowling? Jesus, I didn't even know that still existed.
Yeah, you don't want to meet me out there on the lanes. Done 3 bowling leagues, cashed out off 3 of them. Made some good money. But it's not about me tonight. It's about these truck drivers here, these HVRL Truck Series drivers. Dustin Bloodworth, Sean Happick now getting out to a little bit of an early lead over the 28 of Clint Hackett on this restart. Sean has been riding around in second and third, but it looks like he may be trying to get his way up to the front now, putting the number 4, Dustin Bloodworth, under a little bit of heat now.
Oh, Sean's getting really close to that rear. He's going to get him loose.
Shades of William Kern and myself out there, teammates battling hard. Dustin says, yeah, I want to live to fight another day.
Oh, no.
And gets contact.
Yeah, there was contact there.
Keeps it up in the wall, keeps it out of the way.
There was it wasn't with Sean either. It was with the 28.
Hackett, yeah. And that's a tough break for him. Caution doesn't come out, so we stay green flag racing.
Looks like 4 was coming down on 28. 28 was already low. He had nowhere else to go, and 4 just kind of brought his nose down there.
Yeah, I mean, again, it looks like Bloodworth kind of saw a little bit of aggressiveness coming out of Sean there and elects to try to give the position, and Clint Hackett tries to take advantage of it, and it looks like Dustin was just trying to defend it and not lose another spot, and ultimately gets collected. Does a hell of a job, though, keeping it out of the field and saving it. I mean, does make contact with the outside wall, but keeps that down to a one-car incident, so props to him for doing that. But we stay green flag racing. The gap extended now to almost 1.5 seconds now. See a couple drivers looking to make their way back up through the field. Randy Post scored in P5. He's trying to make his way back up there. Bryce Tucker in P4 having a solid night.
It almost looked like the 28 might have hit the apron just a touch too, but I still think that Bloodworth just kind of, I don't know if he didn't know if the 28 was there or not, or whether he was clear or not, but he definitely came down and kind of got into the side of him, and he did, like you said, he did a great job on saving it. Could have spun it around, could have came down in front of the field, but he held it against the wall and no caution. So.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't know that we did one last week. Sounds like to me it might be a little bit of time for some crank it up here at Dover Motor Speedway. Cranking her on up there for a couple laps. Sean Happick still with a pretty sizable lead over Clint Hackett now, almost 1.5 seconds, so he's running away with this one. Clint Hackett under a little bit of pressure now from the 84 of Patrick Cameron, trying to make a move for that P2 spot. And as you mentioned, we'll see what happens and what plays out with the fuel here.
Yeah, because as of right now, they can make it.
I did not catch what you said there. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that they're 8 laps good. I mean, they could have pitted 8 laps ago and made it on fuel. So
Gotcha.
I gotta imagine they're probably going to be coming down within the next 5 or so laps.
Yeah, and I don't know that we've gotten green flag pit stops here in the truck series, so we'll see.
That's a good question. I'm not sure if we have.
I genuinely don't think we have, so we won't speak too soon, but that's going to be a pretty big deciding factor in this race. Dover, not an easy pit lane to get down to as well.
No, it's not. If you dive in too late like you normally would at any other track, if you can dive in late off of just before you hit the exit of 4, you try doing that with the embankment and everything, you're going to end up losing it. So realistically, the best place to come in is right off from 3.
Yeah, and Sean, last pit on lap 71. So we are definitely in that window. And a very timely or potentially untimely caution here as well. Could be very beneficiary or excuse me, very beneficial or very detrimental depending on when that caution flag flies. If one does happen here without these or during these green flag pit cycles.
I would like to see just green flag from here on out. See what everybody's got for real.
Yeah, I mean, we heard Happy talk about how good of a truck Sean Wilder had on the long run. Now, fortunately for Sean Wilder, he's been caught up in a couple of incidents tonight, but nonetheless, still looking to see if he can capitalize and improve his finishing position.
Yeah, and there are a lot of pit stops going on right now, but our leaders are still out there running laps, so. Yeah, Dustin Bloodworth is still fighting his truck too. He keeps hitting the wall.
Put him a lap down now as his teammate goes by him. A couple of drivers into the pits. It looks like Bryce Tucker made his way down pit road. I would imagine Sean Happett can be making his way down here soon as well.
Yeah, there's Dustin in the wall again. Yeah, he's really fighting that truck.
They're still putting down some good laps right now. We now enter 25 to go at Dover. We see a couple cars on pit road now. Again, I gotta imagine Sean's gonna be coming down any moment.
Yeah, because here's the problem. Any cars that are pitting, I haven't really kept track. I've only watched really the first couple cars here. But you're going to lose time. I mean, whoever comes in is still on the lead lap. They're gaining time on Sean right now if they change tires.
Yeah, but if caution flag does come out, some of these drivers are going to be multiple laps down. So maybe Sean looking to try to stretch this as far as he can and maybe trap some of these faster guys. Or not even faster, but some of these guys that are giving him some battles, try to trap them a lap down, and then that really changes the outcome of this race.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely it's a gamble for sure. Like I said, every lap that he does, he's losing time to the guys who change tires. But you're right. You come into them pits, you're going a minimal of 2 laps down. Yeah, as of right, oh, here comes Sean. He is going to be pitting this lap. There are only 8 laps on, or 8 cars on lead lap right now.
Yeah, Sean does a good job getting it down to pit road, so we'll hop on board now with Daniel Quinn. He's going to be the first car on track, scored in the first spot. And he pit on lap 91.
Yeah, which means if we don't get a caution, he can't make it. Second place car, 53, Mr. Chris Weiniger is coming in right now.
Yeah, Cannon Cook actually scored in P2 right now. How things sit. Daniel Quinn, Cannon Cook, Jason Arbel, Chris Weiniger, but again, he's making his way down pit road. David Meacham still out on track, and then Dustin Bloodworth as well. We saw him get caught up in that incident, so Sean Happick leaving pit road now. He's still scoring in P7 as we sit, though.
I just heard Randy post his pit stop. He did not take tires on accident.
So that's going to help him as far as time on pit road, but not going to help him in the long run.
Yeah, because Sean is going around him right now.
Sean, though, only lost one lap there. Now, I don't know that he's going to be able to get that lap back and still get back to the leaders, but if he does make his way on the lead lap and we do get a caution, that might put him in a really good spot to try to make something happen here. 17 to go once Daniel Quinn crosses the line.
I mean, I got to tell you, I like the way, I mean, these top four drivers, we haven't seen much of them at all this race, and they're doing what they need to do to get up there to lead and possibly hope for a caution. I mean, yes, they'll have to come into pit more than likely, which will give all the cars behind them a wave around, but they'll still be in front of all them cars.
Yeah, the 88 gets a little loose. And here we see now Sean Happick coming out of turn 4 now, just now crossing the line. So almost about a half a lap gap to get his lap back. But I really do wonder here. I know that some of these drivers were closer to the fuel number. I wonder if they are still going to be able to make it, though. That would really change the pace. I mean, I believe that they should be able to, but only time will tell. 14 to go once the leader crosses the line again. Just keep your eye on the number 52 there on the track map. He was the leader when he pit, and he had quite a bit of a gap on these guys before the pit cycle. So keep an eye on that number 52 on your track map. That is Sean Happick. We'll see if he is able to cycle his way back to the lead if these drivers have to pit. His top three: Daniel Quinn, Jason Arbel, last pit on 91, David Meacham on lap 92.
Yeah, they can't make it. There's 13. He's coming in right now.
Yeah, David Meacham pit a lap later, and he's coming down now. So I think this would put Sean Happick as your net race leader once pit stops cycle out. Daniel Quinn also getting caught up a little bit in traffic here, so he is still continuing to lose time. Yeah, I mean, Sean Happick only just over a straightaway away, so that gap is coming down on the map. Again, I believe Sean Happick will be your net race leader once these cycles come through. 12 to go, 11 once he crosses the line. Can Daniel Quinn and Jason Arbel stretch it?
I'm pretty sure the top two guys are going to be stopping within the next 2 laps.
Yeah, they've got to be getting real close now. Daniel Quinn, though, in 3 and 84. Doesn't look like he's coming down this time by 90 girl when we cross the line. This is getting real close here. But Sean Happick is about to catch him. Again, that'll still only get him on the lead lap. That will not be a pass for position on track as of right now. So Sean would have to get around him one more time in 8 laps, and I don't know that he is going to be able to do that. So can Jason Arbel and Daniel Quinn hold on? 8 more laps to go. Will they be able to make it, or will Sean Happick get his first win in high velocity racing?
There's 88. He's coming in right now.
So that's the 88 coming in. Jason Arbel crossing the line now. '86 though, he looks like he's off the pace pretty good here. So he's either mega saving.
Yep, he's coming in now. I just heard it. 86 coming in, so that will put Sean right back in the lead, and he's got one heck of a lead over the 84 car right now. Actually, it would be Randy Post, I think, would be.
Yeah, the 84 is scored in P4 right now, and that's about a 15-second gap there. If not more, I mean, a 20-second gap, really.
It's, yeah. I mean, Sean, as long as we get the green flags here, Sean's got it. By a lot.
So my math is terrible. It's an 8-second gap, but nonetheless, that's a very comfortable lead on P2. 7 to go, 6 when we cross the line. I know Sean is really looking to get this one. He felt like he should have had it last week, but has a hell of a performance here tonight. Your stage 1 winner, P2 in stage number 2. Hoping these guys can just keep it on the track for 5.5 more laps now. I know how much Sean has been itching and looking for this win. He deserves it, but he's not there quite yet. 5 more laps to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. Sean Happick looking to get it done for his first time here in High Velocity Racing League. The 88, Daniel Quinn fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, Sean's not really pushing it either. He probably could have passed him by now, but no point in pushing it.
No need at all, and I know Sean is just waiting.
Oh no, that's gonna mix things up.
Oh my God. That is not what Sean Happick wanted to see. I was just getting ready to say I know he is waiting for that white flag.
I can only, I can tell you right now, he is very disappointed in that yellow, but he's not out of this. I mean, he's been showing real speed tonight. And if he gets a good jump on the restart, he's going to leave him in his dust. I think he's still not as comfortable as what he was, but I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, and he's not going to be happy with the 53 for the cause of that caution. 53 gets a run on the 54. Chris comes out of the corner in turn 2 and just looks like, I don't know if he got loose and had to chase the truck or what, but just left rear hooks Randy Post to the inside wall. So Sean is not going to be looking to think the 53. As much as I hate to do this, we got to bring him up in the booth, Sean.
Oh, get away. Go away.
So close.
Yeah, no, I would.
So close. I know you were just praying to see that white flag, and it falls just short.
Good thing is I have fresher tires than everybody behind me by a couple laps, and I had a 7-second lead, so I started backing off and started saving tires. So
Well, there you
just
go.
in case.
Well, I just want you to know we believe in you. We're rooting for you. Hey, and really quick, as an admin, I want to mention, what did you think about our first green flag pit stop of the Truck Series this season?
I think we had one other one.
Did we?
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas
where was
doesn't
it?
count if that's what you're going to count.
No. I think we actually had one somewhere. I can't remember. But anyway, no, very nice. I waited till my fuel. I had 1 lap left because I thought, like I did Friday, people would spin out on pit road, maybe cause a caution. I trapped some people down, but that didn't happen. Everybody did really good. So now my palms are sweaty.
Yeah, get back out there, man. Drive your heart out. get a good restart. Time you restart just right. Get a good restart. Don't spin your tires and don't mirror drive, man. Just play the track the way it is.
10-4, man. I know Winnegar's got the same tires I got, and Camber's been consistently up here, so it should be a good run to the finish.
Yeah, well, good luck to you, man. It's green, white checkered, I believe, so good luck to you, and we will potentially see you here at the end of this thing on the podium. Good luck.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Yeah, I know he's not happy right now. Had the win pretty comfortably there, had that caution not come out, but hey, that's NASCAR, that's racing. Hell of a good run there from these drivers, though. Sean looking to close this one out. You said it. Drive your race, drive the track. Don't let the moment get to you. You just need 2 more good laps here, and this thing is all yours.
Yeah, he's gotta play this restart just right, and he's got to protect that bottom. High line is good, but right now he needs that bottom.
Yeah, and as you said, the restart here is crucial. If he can get a good jump and the 84 can maybe get put under a little bit of pressure from Corey Moore or Chris Weiniger, then Sean might be in a good spot, but it's going to come down to this restart right here, green, white, checkered at Dover Motor Speedway in our HVRL Truck Series. 2 more to go when these leaders take the green flag. Green, white, checkered here at Dover Motor Speedway. Sean gets a pretty decent launch.
It was decent, yeah, but Camburn is really close.
Yeah, but Corey Moore is going to be on the inside of Patrick here, so they're going to fight for that P2 spot. Sean's going to be looking to run away with it here, and he did mention he does have the better tires. Gets a great jump on these guys. They're still side by side on the backstretch.
He
Sean
just wants to see that white flag right now.
2 more corners in that white flag. Patrick Camburn in the wall. Gets off of it, though, clean. So white flag in the air. Next flag will be official. Sean Happick in the lead now, just under a second gap to the guy in P number 2 with Corey Moore.
I can hear his heart thumping from here, man.
Oh, absolutely. I know he's excited. He's probably giggling and cheesing like a little schoolgirl, but they're battling hard out back. Sean Happick coming out of turn number 4 right now. Sean Happick gets it done at Dover Motor Speedway, his first win here in High Velocity Racing League. Finally gets that monkey off of his back, and he is able to come out with the win. Woo! I know he's looking forward to celebrating and burning this truck down. Hell of a race here at Dover. Here we go. Sean Happick on the front stretch now. Pulling up to the wall, thanking his pit crew. See Travis George coming up to him, showing him a little bit of love. Just goes to show you the respect that Sean has with these guys. And Sean's been fighting hard, and he's been looking for it. Teammate now, Dustin Bloodworth, coming up to him, giving him a little bit of love and some congratulations as well. There you go, Sean burning it down. Let's see how good his burnouts are. He gets 2 good ones in. There you go.
Yeah, he ain't had enough practice with them burnouts yet.
Oh, but there it is now.
Breaking that cherry, man. I know he's feeling really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, that monkey has been on his back for 2 seasons now. Gets it done. Well, and honestly, I think he's going to be the only one that we're able to interview tonight. I don't see our 2nd or 3rd place finisher here in the Discord. We'll give them just a little bit more time to see if they can hop on in here. Oh, there's Patrick. So there's one of them. We'll get these drivers in the booth here for their interviews, and we will be right back. Well, Patrick Camburn, you make your way on the podium here at Dover Motor Speedway for the first time, man. How does it feel to get some stage points and get yourself on the podium here in this season, man? It's a hell of a race from you guys tonight, I must say.
It feels good. I feel like I've had speed. I just haven't put it all together and made some dumb mistakes in the last couple races.
Yeah, that's all part of it. We've all been there before, and I mean, it was a phenomenal race. I think it went a little bit better than we thought it was going to. Talk to us, man. I mean, do you feel like you had any key moments in that race that got you to this point here to get your P3 here tonight?
Not really. Just tried to stay out of trouble. Surprised we had quite a bit of green flag runs. That last run there with the green flag pit stops, came in a little early, seeing if I could maybe leapfrog some of the guys ahead of me.
Yeah, we were talking about that up here in the booth. We haven't had too many green flag pit cycles this season, so we were wondering if some guys were going to take a gamble. You go for the undercut, doesn't quite work out for you, but nonetheless, P3, you get yourself on the podium, man. Hell of a run out of you tonight. Before we let you go, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out or thanks to, man?
Just like to shout out the admins in this league and everything that they do for us to put this on every week.
Absolutely. Well, again, man, congratulations, P3 here at Dover Motor Speedway. That was the number 84 of Patrick Camburn. Now we get on board with the number 45 of Corey Moore, able to finish in P2. Talk to us, man. How does it feel to get on the podium for I believe is your first time here in High Velocity Racing League, man?
Yeah, this is the first time. It wasn't looking too good at the beginning. I went down 2 laps, had some issues right away, and then I was going to get one of my lucky dogs back, and a guy spun out in the caution and hit me and took that away. And I thought, man, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to get up there, but we just kept fighting along and making our way back up to the front, and then I pitted early. And thought I'd take some tires as soon as I could. I was falling behind and thought I'd just catch up and just hammer them out and get as far ahead as I possibly could. And I really didn't want to see that caution coming. I was going to try and just hang out there and make it. And the old tires, I thought that I was going to get run over at the end, but I had just enough to hang on a second.
Yeah, I mean, P2, obviously not P1, but a great finish nonetheless. Some good racing out there. We were talking about it on the broadcast. You were riding up front there for a minute, like you said, kind of got shuffled to the back, got caught up in some incidents, which I know a majority of the guys did out there tonight, but able to get it done. P2 for the Grow Masters Chevy Silverado. You had a little bit of support in the chat for you as well, man. So congratulations on P2 here tonight at Dover. A tricky track. They don't call it the Monster Mile for no reason. Before we let you on out of here, Corey, is there anybody you want to shout out or thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Grow Masters. They've been sponsoring my truck and hanging out with me for quite a while now, and you guys for putting on a great show. I love racing with you guys, and most of the guys are really really fun to race with, and I just appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, congratulations again, P2 here tonight at Dover. Look forward to seeing you more in the season, man. Congrats again on P2.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem. And here it is. I know this next gentleman that we're about to speak to is probably smiling from ear to ear. Number 52 of Sean Happick. Dominant performance tonight. Gets it done. Gets the monkey off your back, man. How does it feel?
It feels great. I'm drenched in sweat, but it's nice to join you guys in the Victory VIP room. So that's always nice. It was good. Sweating. I was nervous there at the end. I'm really glad I decided to save tires at the end. I don't know if that helped.
It helped. I'm sure it helped. I mean, I was actually mentioning that on the broadcast that with that big of a lead that you had, I assumed that you were saving tires because that's the type of guy that you are. You play 4 steps ahead of everybody else. I know in the back of your head you were thinking there could be a caution, and obviously I know you were hoping that there wasn't one, and we were too. But one popped up, and you played it smart and had a heck of a restart, and they started battling behind you, and you said bye-bye.
It was great. I mean, when you have a lead like that, there's no sense to not save, is my thinking. And I got stuck behind, I think, Quinn or somebody, so I just stayed behind him for a little while. there wasn't no sense. But it was good battling. Mike was quick. I know he got in some incidents. Meacham was pretty quick. Camburn, Moore came back, and Weingar. So I was worried about him because he had one lap better tires than I had. So it's a nice feeling. It'll be nice to get that checker flag finally next to my name. I will brace that all season long.
Yeah, and you should get some pretty good bonus points tonight too. From what I've seen, you led the most laps. You had the fastest lap. So there's a couple right there, and yeah, that should help you out in points. And I mean, we're getting closer and closer to playoffs here, bud.
Yeah, that should definitely have me a good lead on stage points. And I think since Cornwell had a real bad night tonight, I think that'll probably put me in the P1. So
How's that? I mean, you win a race, you win your very first race tonight at Dover, a track you didn't think you were going to win at,
no,
and you're coming out of here possibly leading points now. So how's that feel?
oh, it's good. I didn't think it, especially the first couple races I have. I mean, it took me I think 4 races to even break the top 12. 3, I think on my 4th race, I finally got into the past the cut line. So it was a struggle beginning the season, but 2 seconds in the first this past 3 races, I think. So that really helps me.
Congratulations, man. For real. We're glad you finally got it. Now you can say you got a win under your belt, and Bryce can quit bothering you with you not having any wins.
I know he's gonna have to make fun of me for something else. I have all the faith in the world he'll find something else. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure he will.
Before we let you go, though, too, I talked about it on the broadcast. You get the win, and after you get the win, you see a couple trucks come up to you. Your teammate, Dustin Bloodworth, Travis George, I think, came up to you and gave you a little rev as well, man. It just goes to show you, how well respected you are out there on track. So how does it feel to get the support from some of your teammates and your competitors out there for the win tonight?
Oh man, I love this league and all these guys in here. Like, they're real supportive. Nobody wants to see anybody fail. They want to do that. If Mike was in front of me, I'd be cheering for him. Go, anybody. So it's just a cool feeling to have a group of guys like that. So, but I definitely want to thank you guys. Would thank my wife, but I told her I won first, and she just looks at me and says, "Took you long enough."
There you go. I don't know her, but I like her. I like her.
I'm like, damn, everybody else's old ladies be cheering in the background. So, but no, great. I'm excited. So, like I said, still sweating, even shaking a little bit.
Yeah, getting cold now that all the adrenaline's wearing off and you're full of sweat. But Sean Happick, stage 1 winner, second in stage 2, and your race winner here at Dover. One hell of a track. So get some momentum. We have a little bit of an off week next week. We're going to be looking to ride that momentum into the rectangle now at Indianapolis. So props to Sean. Again, P1 here tonight. We'll go over your final results here at Dover Motor Speedway. We talked to the top 3 already. Strong finish there from Chris Weiniger in P4. Kenan Cook comes away with a 5th place finish. Bryce Tucker had a solid run all night. He finishes P7. Daniel Quinn, we were wondering if he was going to make it on fuel. Ends up having to come in a couple laps short of the checkered flag, but he gets P7, teammate of Sean, and P8 of Dustin Bloodworth. Jason Arbel, another driver looking to stretch out that fuel run in P9, and David Meacham rounds out your top 10 here tonight. Mike Kufel, P11, Clint Hackett, P12, Bobby Grady, P13, Matthew Chase in P14, Sean Wilder, 15th, teammate behind him, and then number 16, finishing 16th, Travis George, 17th for Brad Doer, 18th for Randy Post, Michael Mangus in 19, and Trey Young rounding out your top 20 here tonight. So one hell of a race here at Dover. I think it went better than a lot of people expected it would go. I know Sean is really thinking it went better for him. He's able to come away with the victory, but nonetheless, again, we will have an off week next week for Super Bowl weekend. And one more time before we let you all go here, I want to promote our Cup Series going to be starting up here in just a few weeks' time. Looking forward to it.
And me and you will be racing tomorrow night at New Atlanta in the Xfinity cars.
Yeah, a little bit of quote-unquote super speedway racing tomorrow at Atlanta.
Yeah, it's there's no quotations about it. That's a super speedway, sir.
Well, you would be surprised in this car. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, again, Xfinity Series tomorrow night, New Atlanta. And then we'll have off for Friday and Sunday night. But again, Cup Series, I'm looking forward to. I know we've talked about it a couple times now here on the broadcast, but Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. is when the session will open. Again, you see the iRating requirements on the screen there. We will be releasing more details as time goes on as well. But thanks to everybody who tuned in, showed support for your favorite driver and for your family members and being a part of it. And congrats to everybody there on the track for what they were able to do. Again, congrats to Sean one more time. Thank you all for joining and being a part. This has been Bryce and Will up in the booth. We appreciate